Ambition rarely arrives as a free choice. It tends to appear within the quiet outline of whatever financial stability a person currently holds. What looks like raw drive is usually shaped by the edges of that stability, long before any decision is consciously made. The boundary is already drawn when the thinking begins. When stability is fragile, ambition contracts to fit it. The mind begins to measure opportunity in terms of what can be risked without collapse. Goals shrink, not because desire is smaller, but because the ground beneath them cannot support a larger structure. The retreat is structural, not emotional. When stability expands, ambition expands with it, almost without notice. Plans that once felt reckless begin to feel reasonable. The same person with the same temperament starts reaching further. They reach further simply because the floor has moved beneath them. This is the quiet calibration most people never see in themselves. They experience their ambition as something internal, something that belongs to their character. But the size and shape of it is constantly being adjusted by the financial environment surrounding them. The adjustment happens beneath awareness. A person with 3 months of savings does not think the way a person with 3 years of savings thinks. The first measures time in weeks and treats every choice as a potential threat. The second measures time in seasons and treats the same choices as experiments. Neither is more driven than the other. They are simply operating inside different boundaries, and those boundaries are doing most of the work willpower seems to be doing. The feeling of determination is real, but its range is set elsewhere. This is why ambition often appears to grow after a financial change rather than before it. A raise, an inheritance, a stable contract, a partner's income joining the household. None of these alter personality, yet all of them widen the field of what a person is willing to attempt. The widening feels like newfound courage, but it is really new margin. The reverse is just as quiet and just as powerful. A sudden expense, a lost client, an unstable month. Ambition does not announce its retreat. It simply stops suggesting certain ideas and stops imagining certain futures. Most people interpret this retreat as a loss of motivation. They blame discipline, focus, or character. They rarely notice that their environment has shifted the boundary inward. Their ambition has obediently followed it. The same pattern explains why advice given across financial environments so often fails. Someone speaking from stability describes ambition as a matter of mindset. Someone speaking from instability hears that description and recognizes something else. The mindset itself depends on conditions they do not yet have. Drive is not absent in the unstable person. It is being spent on maintaining the floor rather than building upward. Every unit of attention used to manage uncertainty is a unit unavailable for long-range ambition. The energy is accounted for, just not where it can be seen. This is the part that tends to go unspoken. Ambition is not only fueled by desire, it is permitted by margin. Without margin, the mind quietly reroutes its energy toward survival. It then calls the result a lack of ambition. When margin returns, the rerouting reverses. Ideas that felt impossible begin to feel obvious. The person believes they have changed. In fact, their environment has changed, and their ambition has recalibrated to match it. None of this means ambition is an illusion. It means ambition is a variable, not a constant. It rises and falls inside boundaries that are mostly financial. It does so without asking permission from the person who feels it. Recognizing this changes how a person reads their own drive. Periods of low ambition stop looking like personal failure and start looking like accurate responses to a narrow environment. Periods of high ambition stop looking like superior character. They start looking like the natural consequence of a wider one. The honest view is that ambition is rarely the cause of a life's direction. It is more often the echo of the conditions surrounding it, adjusted quietly and continuously. What feels like personal drive is, in most cases, the shape of current stability speaking through the person who holds it. The voice belongs to the environment as much as to the self. Want to see the hidden rules shaping money, power, and human behavior? Subscribe to Unseen Forces.